So, welcome Year 12 IB students. I'm glad that you've all chosen IB Chemistry. It's a really good course. Some say a bit harder than A levels, but I would say it's broader in terms of like the topic range is broader, but A levels is probably a bit more in depth. It goes into certain topics in more greater depth. But still, it's a very well put together course, IB, and I enjoy teaching it. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these points with you. Okay. I want to know why you guys have chosen to take chemistry as a course, well, specifically IB chemistry. So I've put together a little Google quiz, and it's going to appear at the time of your first lesson on Monday. I think it's 10:30. And I just want you to fill that in as honestly as you can. Okay. All the questions are mandatory, so think of something, if you haven't thought of it before, you never know. So yeah, complete that. The link will be on Google Classroom. It'll be set there as a task, an assignment. Um, so I guess you guys have probably heard already quite a bit about the IB, and by people who know more about it than me, to be honest, like the structure and the background and the methodology. I know more about IB chemistry, but I know that there's 6 parts to it, and to be a holistic student, you've got to take on all 6 facets of the hexagon. Also, there's overarching principles like community action service. There's international mindedness, which is going to be infused within the chemistry curriculum and all of the curriculums. There's also TOK, the theory of knowledge. It's basically metacognition, thinking about thinking, trying to understand how we think and how we think more efficiently. It's a bit difficult to get your head around at first. And also utilization, which is basically applications. Because sometimes a lot of courses you tend to learn a lot of stuff, but you don't actually learn how it applies to things in real life. So they really try and emphasize the whole application. And they're at the bottom here, the ones that we're going to focus on. So some of you, it sounds like, are taking HL, higher level, and some are taking standard level. Okay, so I'm going to find that out in time, but it would be great if you could just drop me a line or mention it somewhere on Google Classroom, just so I can figure things out and put you in the right classes. Because we've got a few resources that we use, and I'm going to go through those just now. Cognity, in thinking, and we're going to be using a bit of Seneca as well. And there are other ones as well behind the scenes that I'll use to create questions for. Okay, so this is a website known as Cognity, and it's basically an online textbook with activities in it, okay? And if you ever used online textbooks, you can see in certain courses, you can see what you've done, completion, progress bars, tick boxes, that kind of thing. And then you can do tests at the end of each section. So it's a nice way of laying things out in an electronic textbook type structure. Okay, the very first topic that you're going to be studying with me is atomic structure. Okay, your other teacher will be teaching you stoichiometric relationships. I think that's Mr. Deschamps. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. There's the overview. You can have a look at the book as well. Okay, building blocks of matter, atoms. I'm going to get you guys to go through some of this when you get access, because I don't think you've got access to Cognity yet. So you can select which topics you want to do a strength test on, and then do that. There's also exam style questions. Strength battle, I'm not too familiar with, but should be pretty straightforward. Battle the Cogbot. Sounds like you're competing against a computer. And I'll be giving you assignments from time to time. Okay, so that's Cognity. Another important website for the IB is InThinking. Okay, this is a really good website. There's a load of stuff. You can either use the top or the side menu here, same thing. Really, you want to be spending a lot of your time at the bottom here, complete course. So again, we're going to be starting on topic 2, and that's for SL, be revisited for HL as topic 12. And I want you guys, you should be able to access this now because I've given you the link through Google Classroom. I've seen a couple of you have. Please make sure you do by Monday. Today, I guess that will be when this video goes out. Yeah, and if you can just read through this, okay? There's quite a few associated pages. Just the nuclear atom is all I want you to look at, really. And you've got a couple of videos in there. So work your way through this. Do the test at the bottom here and read through this. That's the first assignment I want you to do. It's not terribly difficult. Nuclear atom. Have a look at the learning outcomes. Then I want you to go to Seneca. And in Seneca, I've set you an assignment to do based on the same topic, atomic structure. Oh, not add assignments, my apologies. I probably can view it through add assignments. Let's open it here. Can't even enter it. Oh, my apologies. Let's just try and view it from add assignment. That seems to work. So here we go. Atomic structure, fairly small. It's only 2 or 3 topics, depending on, in thinking it might be under 3 different headings. In Seneca, it's under 2. So just the nuclear atom, that's all I want you to focus on. And actually, it's just the first 2 that I've assigned you, fundamental particles and isotopes and mass number. Okay, so if you can do that after going through the in thinking page and watching the videos on the in thinking page and doing the MC multiple choice questions on the in thinking page. Okay, and I think that's it. Now, let me just check. Yep. So the Seneca assignment will pop up on GC as well at the relevant time, 10:30 on Monday. Okay. We've already talked about international mindedness, theory of knowledge, and utilization. So that's it for the first lesson, guys. I'm sorry I'm not going to be there for the first week, but my wife's giving birth and I have to be there to help out, look after our 2-year-old daughter while she's in hospital, and there's COVID restrictions, and you can imagine it's a nightmare. Anyway, it'll be great to meet you guys eventually, first of all virtually, and then hopefully at some point this year, face to face. But anyway, either way, we'll get through it, thick or thin, and I'm sure you'll all do well because I've seen your stats and you seem to be a bright bunch. Okay, that's all from me for now. Over and out.